Welcome to your number one guide to the life, challenges, and prospects in the diaspora. This is Diaspora TV Network. We educate, inform, and keep you updated with global incisive news, engaging interviews, immigration insights, tourism highlights, and more. All you need to know about Nigerians and other Africans living in diaspora. We understand what it means to seek greener pastures away from home, and we are committed to bringing you legit info on the challenges, prospects, and success stories of those living in diaspora. Get ready to be inspired, motivated, and educated as you embark on this adventure here on Diaspora TV Network with your host, media veteran Adetayo Adelaja.
Enjoy non-stop direct flights from London Heathrow and Gatwick Airport to Abuja, Nigeria. Effective 26th October 2025. Book now at flyairpeace.com. Airpeace, your peace, our goal.
Hello viewers, you're welcome to another exciting edition of your darling program, Diaspora TV Network. On this particular edition, I'm bringing to you a versatile, energetic, workaholic, multi-task purpose young man that I see as someone that's going to drive, your listening pleasure. I have the singular honor to introduce to you Pastor Adetayo Adelaja. I am your host, Dele Aberagba. You're welcome to this program, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. How are you, sir? The Lord bless you.
Pastor Adelaja, I know that you are very, very busy. That very much I know. But it has taken us a good time to be able to arrive on this particular session. To kickstart this conversation, we do want to introduce to our viewers who you are and where you come from originally.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Aberagba. I'm from Lagos, though my parents they are from Ogun State, Ijebu, and I was brought up in Lagos before I traveled on to UK, and then my name still remains Adetayo Adelaja. That's just me.
Interesting. Like I said to you earlier, that what we're going to have on this program is going to be, an interactive session. The philosophy behind Diaspora TV Network is to be able to inspire Nigerians and Africans, wherever they are all over the world, to showcase the successes, the challenges, the prospects, the good impact Nigerians are making all over the world. And that is one of the reasons why I've been able to fish you out to be able to speak, to our viewers. Essentially, you are a servant in the house of God. Also, you are a business person. You are an enterprising person. And I'm aware, like every other person, know that you run a care setting in London, United Kingdom. What does it take to be a caregiver in the UK?
Thank you, Mr. Aberagba. I'll just tell you from the spiritual aspect. You can't just become a caregiver unless God has ordained you to be there. I'm talking myself now. Yeah. But as a caregiver, anybody can become a caregiver. Either they want it or situation led them to that, or maybe they want to do it as a stepping stone to what they want to do in life. And then to be a caregiver, there is a starting point which require every staff to undergo some both online training, and a physical training. And after the completion, then he or she can start to work as a caregiver.
I know that you and I would agree that very many Nigerians and indeed Africans, who find their way into the United Kingdom in search of, greener pastures. To an extent, I have a data that says that more than 60% of Africans that come abroad end up doing care jobs. Why is this? Is it because it's so easy to get into, or they don't have a choice to get into the job?
As I said earlier, and I think my submission that the earlier has answered the question, I said some by choice, some as a stepping stone. And then now, even though you have a PhD in Nigeria, coming to the UK, you have to start from somewhere. You can't say you are an accountant in Nigeria and then want to become an accountant here. It doesn't work that way. But in the care sector, anybody can just join once you undergo the training, both the online and the physical. Then you can start, because I have more than 15 doctors from Nigeria, confirmed doctor, and then they end up to start as a carer.
Wow.
Yeah, even I call them doctor, even sending them to some care home. I will even tell manager, the person that is coming, say, is a doctor. I say, doctor? I say, it's a doctor. I can't just remove the title from his name. And then they started as a carer, and as time goes on, they started doing the professional courses in order to practice as a doctor here.
Yeah. As the principal partner running Congratulations Quality Care in London, how tasking is it to be able to run a care setting outfit?
It's not easy to run the care sector as a manager or as a director. Yeah. But as I said earlier, you have to start from the place, from somewhere. And there's a lot of rigorous job to do, because in this setting, nobody is ready to support you. Nobody is ready to show you the way. No one is ready to be of any assistance. But I have one mind. I said to people, the sky is too wide for a bird to disturb each other. Then what will become mine will be mine. Because there's a different glory of sun, moon, and star. They have their own glory, and everybody will shine in their own time.
What would you say have been the challenges since you started the care setting outfit? What would you say have been the most challenging moments?
Every day is a challenge. Every day.
Every day.
Every day. For example, my brothers, my loved ones, they used to say, this man, you need to take rest. If you check my WhatsApp, I am 247. Because by 1 o'clock, they may request for a staff. Anytime, once I woke up, I think I woke up every 1 hour to check my WhatsApp, because I have to meet up the target. Because because of the duty of care, I have to make sure the staff are available. From 1 o'clock, I started calling staff to be able to cover the shift, which the most challenging is staffing. It's staffing, because the staff, they are not reliable. I call them a prostitute, an alert.
Really?
Yes. The whole world should hear me. They are not reliable.
Is it because it's easy for them to jump into another outfit, however way they feel like?
No, I mean, they are not reliable. For example, now, maybe they're supposed to be with Mr. A by 7 o'clock tomorrow, by 6:45, they'll just call you, they are sick, something is happening. They just did it intentionally. They don't care.
And they mess up the job.
They mess up the job for you. They frustrate people's life. They are not reliable.
In that circumstance, what do you do to be able to fill up the care for the client?
Yeah. For example, now I use myself as an example, and it is not a license for people to do that or to behave like that. I tell people, please, as the owner, either you're a woman or you're a man, see yourself as a husband of many wives. Have many alternatives. Then when you recruit more staffs, then if one failed you, you call another person. If this one failed you, you call another person. And I use something, a juicy, I motivate them. Sometimes I will not make game for the job. I have to call them a car to pick them. Sometimes I have to add on top 50 pounds or 100 pounds just for me to cover the shift. And then because of that, once anybody mess up, I just call anybody, they cover the shift. I've never messed job.
Oh. Is there any way you have been affected by the Home Office declaration recently, not to bring overseas workers, especially those that come into the care setting jobs in the UK? Are there ways you have been affected by that proclamation by the Home Office?
Personally, I've not been affected, and it doesn't affect me or my business because I deal with care homes, and bringing people to the UK, you are not allowed to send them to a third party. And the personal care I do, I have enough staff to cover that, which are the people that are reside here, and then they give no issue. Well, personally, it doesn't affect me.
Aren't you affected as a Nigerian, or let me put it this way, how do you perceive quite a number of Nigerians that were involved in the fraudulent practices, all in the name of bringing people into the UK to be able to do care jobs? That was a massive, massive fraud that had been unveiled probably in the last 1 year in the UK. How do you feel about this practice?
Yeah, it's very, very bad because I've heard some people even going 500,000 pounds, 100,000 pounds, even some commit suicide because of that. The reason is this: the Home Office wants you to have a need before you issue electronic paper to bring somebody to come and work. And again, you should be financially buoyant to be able to pay them their wages, their salary. But people just believe it is an opportunity for them to make some money without having a job for them. And this affected them. And again, it is not good. And if anybody has been involved or want to be involved, it should stop doing that because it will affect them. It can lead to their untimely death because of depression.
Yeah. If you find yourself setting up a care setting outfit in Nigeria, would you prefer to run the business in Nigeria, or it's better for you here in the UK?
Yeah, I can operate in any part of the world. And I've made attempts even to approach the federal government and the Lagos state and the state government to submit a proposal. That was last year, so that I can be able to set up a care home so that I can be able to use even the experience I've had over the years to be able to support the vulnerable people in Nigeria at large. And I've not been able to get into that because you need to know the people before you can be able to do that in Nigeria, because Nigeria is not like the UK. But I've tried that. I have the proposal even with me.
How easy would you say is for one to be able to set up a care setting business in the UK? How easy can it be?
As I said earlier, it's not easy. It's not just to open a company. You need, for example, now I've trained more than 8 managers, and they have their care setting. They are provider now, they are care provider now, which I have to train them for 3 months. Then after training them, and I'm trying to, because if you don't have a mentor, there's no way you can have headway. There is no way. And then nobody is ready to teach you. They will never tell you. They are successfully trained like 8 managers, and they were doing well. Then you need somebody to put you through. If not, it's not easy.
Congratulation Care and Cleaning Services, London. Providing care where you are happiest. At Congratulation Quality Care and Cleaning Services, we specialize in offering compassionate and personalized home care for individuals who need assistance with daily living. Our mission is simple: to enhance quality of life by delivering exceptional care in the comfort and familiarity of your own home. Our services at Congratulation Care include personal care assistance, meal preparation and nutrition, medication management, companionship and socialization, dementia care and respite care. At Congratulation Care, we give special offer: enjoy 30 minutes of free service as a new client. TNC apply. We are situated at 132 Lewisham High Street, SE13 6EE. Telephone 0751 540 7147. Globe with Meridians www.congratulationqualitycare.co.uk. Email admin at congratulationqualitycare.co.uk. At Congratulation Care, we strive for the best because your comfort, dignity, and happiness matter most.
Pastor Adelaja, how are you able to merge your task as a pastor and as an enterprising someone in a very demanding care setting?
It's by the grace of God and by determination. And again, I believe a man and a woman have to be an hard-working person.
Yeah.
Once you still have the strength to walk, make sure you walk and walk and walk, because there's a time to relax. I don't see it as a challenge, because every day I walk. Now, the way I walk 5 years ago is not the way I walk now. People are working for me now.
Yeah.
My own is just to receive the money every week.
That's what you do now.
That's what I do. But I walk and walk and walk and walk. Now, because it's not easy to trust person with finances.
Yeah.
I only distribute money. Finances just come to me. I pay the staff myself.
Yeah.
And since I've been running this care something, I've never owed one staff. Anybody can testify to that. They know that this man never owed, this company never owed. You can check on the website, you can never see any negative about us. Because once a staff work, and then you pay them their money, even they have more energy to work, though they are not reliable. But that money motivates them. Then I do the job, I'm working. Now I'm relaxing, but I'm still working.
Yeah.
That's it, just determination and focus. And have in mind that I need to work before I retire. But like me, I'm not retiring until when I call to glory.
Yeah. Do you have time to unwind at all? Do you have time for leisure for yourself?
To be honest with you, I am not a. Everybody have what made them happy.
Yeah.
As I'm working 247, this what make me happy, and they keep me energized.
Yeah.
I don't go to club. I don't go to restaurant. I don't go out. I'm always indoor.
Hmm.
But I wish if there's a way, but I think I'm enjoying what I'm doing. It's
Yeah.
because I'm always 247. There's no way I will go and enjoy or do something. But I believe there will be a time now that people are working for me, just for me to pay this. I can now go out if I want to go maybe to a gym or to any other thing. But if you just start something, make sure you work and then you invest first.
Yeah.
After that, there's a difference between being rich or having money or be wealthy. You have to get to be. Once you are wealthy, you have to invest. I mean, you have to invest in things. You know that at the end of the month, something must come. Then you can start enjoying yourself.
Yeah. Hi, viewers. We have been having a conversation with Pastor Adetayo Adelaja, and this is your darling program, Diaspora TV Network. Pastor Adelaja, let me ask you this. The job and the business that you do as the frontline care setting, how do you get fulfilled in providing these services to clients? What is it that makes you get fulfilled in the course of discharging your duties?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Berata. I told you, when you are doing what you love,
Yeah.
as a minister of God, I love to help people. Working in the care sector, not because of the monetary goal, I love to support. Seeing people that I care for, it gives me joy because I love to help people. And by doing that, I'm happy and fulfilled. I love to see people smiling, people, be happy. That is what gives me joy. It's like I'm fulfilling my purpose on earth. I'm fulfilling my calling. Because as a minister, you have to help. Even Jesus went to go and be doing good to people, people that are oppressed, people that need help, trying to support them. That's it.
Let's talk about how you got into being a servant in the house of God. How did it all get started?
Nobody can just wake up and he or she say, I want to become a servant of God. You must be called. But some people, they are barely called them because they want to make money. But I was called. God revealed to me through the vision, through the dream, that you are to come and work for me and bless my people. I was called by God. Then, because before I wasn't have any clue, I don't want to hear even about religion or Christianity. But when God called me by himself, appeared to me, then I know this is what he wants me to do.
Let me talk about the flamboyant lives of pastors and men of God in Nigeria. How do you see this?
Yeah, to be honest with you, Mr. Adelaja, the Bible did not say you will enter heaven as a poor man. The Bible did not say when you are wealthy, you will not enter the kingdom of God. Righteousness and holiness, follow peace with all men, then you enter the kingdom of God. If God bless you, why can't you buy a private jet instead of it to go and be killed with other people? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? If God bless you, why can't you build a big mansion for you? Are you called to come and serve a poor God? Our God is not poor. But people with the shallow mentality of their myopic reasoning, they see men of God as flamboyant. They believe that as a man or woman of God, you must be poor. That is not the truth. But everything you must have the way, must be in moderation. Even our dressing, moderation, our spending, even though if you drink too much water, it will affect you. Everything has to be in moderation. But as a pastor, having a private jet, having a big mansion, it is not a sin. But are they worshiping it? This is a question we should ask ourselves. What we are worshiping it is not of God. But as far as they are not worshiping those material things, then there's nothing bad in living flamboyant life. If unbeliever can live flamboyant life that is serving Satan, why can't you that is serving the God of God, Lord of Lord, live a very good example that our God is rich? Our God is a God of prosperity. Then I want people to understand that living a good life, it is not against the will of God. Solomon lived a very good life. Despite that, I will ask you about that. Is Solomon in hell or in heaven? I will ask you about that. David lived a very good life. Is David in heaven or in hellfire? Now, Abraham lived a very good and wealthy life. Even all these people I've mentioned to you, they whine, they do all manner of things. Even they marry many wives. Are they in hellfire or they were in hell? Now you tell me, if your God as a Christian is a God of Abraham, God of David, even David himself called father of Jesus Christ, if they were in heaven and then they live a flamboyant life, there are you telling me to go and serve the God of Lazarus as a wretched man? You can be wretched. Once you know God, you still enter the kingdom of God. I think it's a rhetorical question. You won't be able to answer me that for another day. For example, now, as a pastor in UK, they claim that they were running a charity. How can you use a charity money to go and buy the Lamborghini? The money that are meant for charity. There you have to answer the query. But as a pastor, let's say you have a care home, and at the end of the year, you make £2 million. Are you with me? And then you get your dividend. Maybe your dividend is £1 million, and then you pay your tax. After you pay your tax, maybe you have 600,000. You have the right to go and carry a car and deposit 100,000 and live a very good life because you have the proof. But now you are a pastor, you are running a charity. How do you have the money to buy Rolls Royce? Yeah, this money are meant for charity. But if they have a business, maybe you are into property, you are, do you understand, real estate, and then you can prove and you pay your taxes, then you are free to live your life. We have a wealthy people year. As far as, for example, if you want to buy a house here, you need to go through proof of fund.
Yeah.
Then, if you cannot prove where you get it from, then they query you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Once you pay your taxes and then God bless you, you have a lot of money or pounds, you are free to live here because they query you. But I don't know if that happened in Africa. I don't know about that. Did that answer your question?
Very well. So let me just make it clear that clergymen, pastors, essentially in the UK, they are free to flaunt their affluence, the way they like, as long as they are accountable to the finances and revenue that comes in as a charity.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
What I mean, as a charity, you are not meant to touch their money.
Yeah.
But if you have your private businesses, then you are working as a clergyman, and then you are doing your business, and then you have proof that this money comes in, and then you pay your taxes to the court. Then even they will love you more. Even they will give you title.
That's going to lead me to this question, Pastor Adelaja. What's your take about, Christians that are against paying of tithes and offering?
To be honest with you, everybody have their own belief.
Yeah.
When you pay your tithe, it's just as simple as ABC. Whatsoever a man sow, he will surely reap.
Yes.
If you plant money as a tithe, you will surely reap the money. It's like when people are doing a social contribution.
Yeah.
When you contribute, you take your money back. Tithe is like you are saving your money. You plant the money, then because it's a spiritual money, and then God will now use that money to speak for you and raise a business and send it towards you, and then you'll be blessed towards that. Tithe will not make you to go to heaven. No, it will rebuke a devourer from you. You may not pay your tithe, and then you still make it to heaven, but you may not be rich. But if you see people that tithe, I'm an epitome of God's goodness. I pay my tithe, I give offering, I donate, and then God opened door for me. The business I'm doing is not because I'm a workaholic or because it's God business, it's God goodness. Yeah. And I sell it to anybody. That is it.
Pastor Adelaja, before you came into the UK, what was your wish? What was it that you actually wanted to become in life before you made, your way into the UK?
Yeah, the question is somehow, but I will tell you. Because I was brought up among the idol worshippers.
Mm.
And then my father is an elderly man. He used to take delivery when you are pregnant, and then even if it is difficult, you just have it with ease. Which I've learned that.
Mm.
Now I believe that I will continue to walk in that way, so that I'll be helping people in African methodology way.
Yeah.
By using the herb to cure people and this and that.
Mm.
But my family say, you this man, you become a terror leader. The best thing is to leave this country.
Really?
Yes.
that was how you had to leave Nigeria.
Yeah. If not because of that, because the people around me, they are not good people. They are wicked people.
Hmm.
They were so mean people.
Wow.
And they were not a young people, they were elderly people, 70, 75. They have seen all. They have seen all. And then they say, okay, the best thing, you need to travel abroad. And then that is why I find myself here.
With the Congratulations quality care and cleaning services that you run, where are you taking the business to in another 5 years?
Yeah, the business is something I'll do to my children. Not just 5 years. It will be a family inheritance.
Yeah.
And I'm striving to do more in this healthcare sector. And I'm not tired yet. And I'm still need more territory to occupy, more contract to win, more property to possess.
Yeah.
Then, not just in the next 5 years, it's for my generation to come, for us to become healthcare. Can I say healthcare guru or healthcare,
Giant.
professional? Yeah, giant. Or is it
UK.
mogul? What do you call this business mogul?
Mogul,
So
yeah.
that if they hear congratulations or they hear Adetayo, say yes, it ring bell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, do you believe in Nigeria? If I have to ask you this, Pastor Adelaja.
Believe in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Asal.
Now, I want to ask that if you have your way, what would be your priority desire that you love to change about that Nigeria to be better?
Nigeria is there, and then God has appointed people to rule Nigeria. God has not appointed me to rule Nigeria or to be a spokesperson for Nigeria. Then in that case, those people that God has appointed in that position will be able to answer this question.
So you are aware definitely of the turbulence in economic posture of that country, Nigeria. Where would you want to advise the leaders to make certain changes?
Yeah, turbulence is everywhere. Even in the UK, there's turbulence. In America, in Asia, there always be scarcity. Even in Peckham and everywhere here, there's insecurity. Man, it's everywhere. What we just need is, my advice is to support in prayer and to support our leaders, because this is what majority of people doesn't know. And I will tell you, from the time of, let's say we are talking about democracy in Nigeria. Let's say from 1999, have you ever seen any citizen of Nigeria that talk good about the head? In the era of Obasanjo is the wicked man. We need another person. They gave it to another person. They say he's a weak man. They gave it to another person. They say it's a drunkard. They gave it to another person. They say it's a one-sided man. We need change. Now they gave it to Baba Tinubu. Tinubu is the most wicked leader. Is that true? I'm asking you about it. Is that true? Have you ever seen people saying good about the leadership, even in this country? But what we need to do and what we fail to do, the Bible said to the people of God in Jeremiah 29, say, anywhere you find yourself, pray for that country, pray for the leader. Once things is well with them, it will be well with you. Now, if a president or a prime minister is sick, the whole country is sick. If the president cough, the whole country is coughing. In that case, why can't you now support and pray for the leader? Once you pray for the leader, not just the president, the senator, the House of Reps, the chairman, the governors, for God to direct their path, then things will be better for Nigeria and any other country. But they failed to do that. Instead of them doing that, they began to wish them evil, wish evil will not befall them. Because instead of them to pray for the leaders, what we need is to support the leader and pray for the leaders. What is well with them, it will be well with others. But if anybody is criticizing leaders, sir, if you gave him or her the opportunity, he will do worse. It's like somebody is using his mouth to drive a car. Just be driving like easy. Give him the wheel. You will see the difference. That is what I would say. We need to pray for the leaders. Once it is well with them, it will be well with us. Either Hausa or Igbo or Yoruba, anybody that is there, once you pray for them, God will give him or her the wisdom to rule us in good direction.
Breaking boundaries, telling our stories, connecting the diaspora for the latest scoops on Nigerians and Africans abroad, hot immigration updates and everything in between. Tune in to Diaspora Network, commanded by none other person than Media Duke himself, Dele Aberuagba. Stay informed. This is more than radio. This is a movement.
Pastor Adelaja, it's such an interesting moment with you. To wrap up this conversation, I'm going to ask this. There are loads of Nigerians outside Nigeria. And in the UK, Nigerians equally have a large proportion of population here. And you run a business here. What is it that you want to advise every Nigerian in the UK for them to be able to achieve and make their goals in this land? What would be your advice to them?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Aberaba. I told you earlier, what is driving you? What drives me to come here? What is their purpose-driven life? Are they here for greener pasture? Are they here to study? Are they here because of their children to have a better education? It depends on what individual reason. Then I cannot answer for everybody. Some people, they want to work and make money and go back to their country. Maybe they plan in the next 10, 20 years, and then they find themselves 40 years in the UK. Because the more you work, the more you pay back to the government. Not where you collect your money, they will take it before you get your salary. At the end, you have peanuts. I am an employer. For every one of my staff, I pay £187 for employer NI. While they still take their own NI and their income tax. The pension is still there. I pay 3% pension, they still pay 5% from their money. How much remain?
Yeah.
Do you understand that? It depends on what they want.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to work and work and work, then they work and work, and then the little they send to their country, to Nigeria or to anywhere, they don't want to go to care home here at the end. Mm-hmm. Then by their 65, 70, then they go back to their country.
So that means at the end of the day, I mean, there's nothing that would have been achieved.
You mean here?
Yeah.
How do you want to achieve here? If you have a family of 5, to renew your visa is 3,005 times 5. That is almost 20,000. How much do you want to make you and your wife in a year? Yeah. And then you need to continue to do this every 2.5 years. Once you make here your home, just be working and support the government and continue to live your life. But people outside the UK, they believe we are plucking money from the sky. Yeah. No, I will tell you, it doesn't work that way. You work and then you return it back to the government, because the government is providing the security and the electricity, everything for you, good road. Perfect. Then I think there's no way you can make money. You'll be okay. You'll be a very good life. You'll be okay. Yes.
Which is all about existence anyway. Live a good life, and that is it. Yes. It's such an interesting session with you, Pastor Adelaja. I do seriously hope that when next we call on you, you definitely oblige us, an interview session like this. Viewers, you've had it all from the man that runs Congratulations Quality Care and Cleaning Services in the heart of London, in United Kingdom. Until next time when I bring you another edition of this program, Diaspora TV Network, this is your host, Dele Aberagba. Until then, click the subscribe button, like, share, and comment, and I'll make sure that Pastor Adelaja gets all your observations and comments about this conversation. Thank you, Mr. Adelaja, for your time.
You're welcome,
and hope to see you again. Thank you.
No problem, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah.